Good morning, everyone. Today, I just wanted to have a quick chat to you about associates. So, I'll begin with business owners and I'll come on to associates. So, in the current climate, our practices are going to be closing down for a period of time. Can't say how long at the moment, but I suspect it'll be months rather than weeks, and it's going to be emergency only. So, for business owners, we've got our own problems and our own decisions to make about how we make the money work and stretch the finances that we have to cover as much as we can, because obviously rents still need to be paid and fixed costs need to be paid. But what I worry about more is my associates and associates in general. So the following piece of advice I would give to all of you, which I'm sure you're doing already, and I guess this goes for all business owners and anyone, all workers, people who don't own businesses, is to look at your finances and start going through your direct debits and really think about those non-essentials, those gym memberships that you're not going to be able to use, or speak to the gym company and see if you can put it on pause for 3 months. Speak to Sky and Virgin and your telephone providers and see if they've got anything for you. Because at the end of the day, if we all do this, they've got to really give us some leeway. And one thing I did want to mention for business owners and particularly for our dentists is if you're using Software of Excellence, Exact, or any of the big companies, there's no harm in just going to them and saying, I'm not paying support, or I'm not paying these fees, or I need a deal. Because ultimately, if we all do this, they will have to give us some concessions. Now, I appreciate those companies also have their costs and they need to make sure things work. But for the likes of Sky, there's not going to be any sport anyway. And I think I did hear that Sky were looking at reducing fees or putting things on pause for particular channels. But I think we all need to really hunker down and think this is going to last a little while. And I'd say months rather than weeks. There are jobs going with the supermarkets and they are recruiting at the moment. But I do have a worry for workers, and I think the best thing to do is to look at your finances really carefully. And some of you will be property owners as well, and you will have buy-to-let properties and things like that. You've got to think that you may not get that rental income coming in, especially if you've got to be just as kind to your tenants and maybe help them as well. So what I'd say is just look really, really carefully at your finances, take stock and look at those things that you don't need to spend money on. I myself had already returned my lease car, so that's going to save me £600 or £700 a month, and I'm just waiting for it to be picked up. I'd returned it only a few months early. I was going to do that anyway before this, so it's kind of worked out well. But just look at those things that you can possibly do without. You're not going to be driving as much. You're definitely not going to be going out. So take stock, look at your finances and go down with a critical eye. Look at your pension contributions. I think a 3-month or a 6-month pause of your pension contributions is not going to be detrimental in the long run. Excuse me. And we all have to cut where we can. Obviously, look after yourself, look after your families, listen to the government advice on social distancing, which I still don't think the general public is doing. We think that it's gonna, we're all overreacting. And if you look at the shops and the pubs and the clubs, and people are still going out, people are still mixing, and I don't think they get that this is actually going to be pretty bad. Our practice is probably seeing our last patients today, doing some fits, finishing off some dentures, and then I think coming Monday will be emergencies only, and even that's going to be pretty strict. Yeah, Crawford, I totally agree. Emergency planning today. I don't know if Crawford, if you're a practice owner, I think you are, but we've got to really think about our associates and our self-employed hygienists and things. I think Mina's watching as well. Hi, Mina. I hope that you guys understand we are trying as business owners to look after everyone within our business. If you need any help with anything, just give me a call, message me on social media. I'm pretty much always around. Take care. And so Girk saying that the Imperial College data peaks the outbreak mid-July. If we have to adapt measures to slow this down to save lives, he's absolutely right. We do need to stop mixing and stop meeting, keep social distancing. And I think that the quicker dental practices can close, in my opinion, not forcing anyone to do that, I think the greater impact we'll have on trying to reduce the number of interactions between people. And Girk also goes on to say that you'll be bankrupt if you don't evolve. So always looking for that other income stream. And I noticed that as I said, the supermarkets were hiring, and I've got no problem in going and stacking shelves if that's what it takes. But anyway, take care of yourselves. Listen to the government advice. Hi Elaine, thanks for joining us. And just take it easy. I think it's going to be some very, very interesting times. I think they're going to be some very difficult times coming. We must stick together as a profession, as humanity. We are all the same, and I hope you're all right. Please let me know if I can do anything to help any of you. Take care, guys.